Hello friends, welcome to day 2 of modeling a simple Philips pocket radio. So this is the part 2 of this series. So in the part 1 I introduced you to one of my model which I did long time ago. This was one of my favorite pocket radio. So in that part I showed you the initial rectangular base mesh of it, and today I will touch upon some other minor details of this thing that we will be learning how to model it here. Okay, so without any further ado, let's close it for now, and I prepared one small diagram so to explain my thought process, what I am planning to show you. So this is what I did on day 1. If you haven't seen the day 1, please, the link will be put here. Go through it. You will definitely learn something good, and then I will show you how to model this part, how to touch upon how to create the circles here. Then, if time permits today, I will show you how to add some details, and then maybe on day 3 we will achieve our this final goal of modeling this thing. But before that, there are some bonus tips. So please stay with me. Okay. So here I have our day 1 progress open here. So let me do one thing. Rename the collection as day 1 and duplicate it. Maybe put it to a new collection called day 2. Okay, I don't need the day 1. I'm happy with day 2, and this reference image currently I don't need it. When need, I will enable it. Okay, so let me put the cursor at the center, and as you can see, yesterday I showed you how to model this on this curved surface, how I model this kind of shapes, right? So this will be the basically the antenna holder, and here I will put the LED, and it will be one place for the maybe for the speaker sound outputs, or you can think of any other thing, maybe some switch. So but yesterday when I was published the video, I observed that I did some mistake, and it is causing some pinching thing. Now for some other approach, maybe it is good, maybe the metallic surface actually have a pinching when a circle is coming out of it. But for this kind of shape, I find it distracting, right? You can see there is some lump here. I don't want that. Now I want to rectify that. Now you might wonder, do I need to, because I did not keep a backup of the base mesh, right? So do I need to do it again? No, my friend. I will show you how to correct it. That is one of the bonus tips that I mentioned. Okay, so let's jump to this session, this to edit mode, and see how to rectify that. So to do that, let's do one thing. I have selected these boundary faces, and for simplicity, let's disable the subdivision modifier for the time being. And now what I can do, I can press Ctrl plus to select all the meshes which has participated in forming this mesh. Okay, I can simply delete vertex. Okay, and now if I go to edge mode and select these boundary edges, and I press Ctrl F grid field, it will bring me back my initial curved mesh. Now, like the first time, what I will do, pressing going to vertex mode, this is the selected vertex. I will press Shift S and cursor to select it. And if you remember, I know that this area consists of 16 vertex. How to identify that? Select loop, boundary loop, look at the count, 16 vertex. That's why I know that if I put a circle with 16 vertex, it will work perfectly. Now, in order to carve out a circle on a curved surface, there are plenty of tutorial. Many of them will show the knife project which I showed you earlier, and some of them will show loop tool. Some of the user will show you to using that uh, what is that shrink wrap modifier. But I will show you a different thing which you haven't. I'm 100% sure you haven't seen that tips anywhere. Okay, so let's go to, learn that. So I, in order to place that circle properly, I need to enable that wireframe view. Okay. Now what I will do, I will add a circle there. By default, Blender gives it 16 vertex, and I also need to align it to view so that I don't need to rotate it later. Okay. Now, if I closely look at this looks fine to my taste. Okay. So let me apply rotation and location of it. Now I will go with that knife project thing. But there is a twist to it. Okay. Let's see what that is. So far, so good. We have done it. Now, here is the tricks that I will apply here. I will do one thing. Select loop, loop boundary loop. I will create a duplicate out of it and separate it. Now, I don't need these faces. I can straight away delete. Now, all the job I have to do to this circular mesh. Okay. So this mesh is where I have to work. What I'll do, let me isolate it by pressing forward slash, go to edit mode, go to vertex mode. Sorry, I have chosen the wrong circle. It has to be this one. Come on. I don't need this one. Okay, I got it. I had that local view on. Okay, you remember I isolated that thing. That is why it became like that. Now I'll go to for this one selected. This was the duplicate of circle which I did. I just went to edit mode with that. Or let me do one thing. Let me isolate this view. Go to right perspective and go to edit mode. Now you can see it has some extra vertices like this corner. These are part of the original circle. You can readily see that, right? These are equally spaced, but these, and these, they are not part of the actual circle. So I don't need it. I'll just press Control X, dissolve. Now you will see this is the perfect circle that what we need. Now remember I choose to local view, and that was the thing. That's why it was not remember a few minutes ago I was not able to find the circle. Okay, that because I was in the local view. So remember that in case you see that your object you are not able to find, check which perspective you are seeing, whether you are user perspective or local perspective. Okay, so that thing done. Now this object circle is perfectly aligned to our curvature. Remember, I did not use any shrink wrap. Okay, and now these two objects I can choose and press Ctrl J. And now I think I don't need the wireframe. Let me disable it. Go to edge mode. Let me select it, Ctrl E, bridge edge loop. Okay, so this is done. Okay, now what I'll do, extrude it along X and SX0 to make it uniform. Let me put it a bit down here. Okay, now if you see, let me apply some bit of bevel here. Okay, let me go back to object mode and enable the subdivision. Now you will see it looks beautiful, right? Doesn't have any pinching effect at all. Okay, so I hope you have really learned something good out of it here, right? So now comes the next part. What is the next part? So if you have any such plastic device like that you have seen, older device basically, they normally contain some kind of battery inside it, all right? And due to that they have this thing split in two phases. So what we need to do, we need to split the meshes along this horizontal line. Okay, so how to do that? Let me apply bevel. Okay, okay. Remember that profile shape you keep it as 1, otherwise it will distort the boundary. Okay, so that thing done. I don't need the bevel now. With this center line selected, I need to press V. What pressing V does is it will split the vertices. So now it has created duplicate vertex on the same stage. So in theory, you are now able to separate the meshes. Okay, just select it, press P as a selection, it will become a separate mesh. So now you can see I am successfully able to split that, create that plastic box kind of effect without any fancy process. Now if you look, something happened. What something happened? Look at the shape here. It is not properly circular, right? Same applies to here. This is okay, sorry. This is okay, looks good. But this one and this one, it doesn't look good because they were constructed using a circle with 8 vertex. That is not sufficient. That's why you are seeing such ugly distorted thing. Okay, so that is the very reason initially when I created this model, I showed you adding one circle with 8 vertex, another circle with 16 vertex. Okay, because I know later in the pipeline you will face this problem. Okay, so let's do that thing. Let's undo a couple of steps back before splitting. Let me go back to that thing. Okay, we are back to that stage. Now let's correct this thing. Okay, so what do we have to do? We let me select this vertices, disable that sub t, or maybe I can start from here. Okay, so what I'll do, delete all the vertices. So what I'll do again, control F, grid fill. So like last time, let me do the same thing. Again, go to object mode, enable the wireframe, and I made one mistake. I had to put my cursor to the selected. Okay, now let me add circle. It will remember the earlier setting, and let me just scale it like this. Okay, let me apply rotation scale. And what else? I don't need the wireframe now, and disable it. Go to edit mode. So select all, select circle, mesh, type project. Then what I have to do? Select. I'm doing it just to recap the thing so that you can solidify your understanding. Okay. So I have separated out the boundary loop. Now what I'll do? I'll press Shift D and press P to make it a separate selection. Okay. Now I don't need these faces. I can delete it, and I will go back to this mesh. I'll go to vertex mode, and okay, again I have chosen that incorrect circle. Let me disable it. I'll go to this one. Okay, so carefully identify the vertex that you want to eliminate. I think these two. Okay, and we are done. So these two things meshes we can now join together. Okay, now let me go to the edge mode. Alt press this thing, Control E, edge loops, and we are done. Now what I will do, I will just extrude it along X like this, SX0, extrude it again along X. Okay, now look at that thing that I will showing. But before that, you remember that I told you that we will be working to model that antenna thing, right? So let's first separate out the base of that antenna thing, and then we'll proceed after that. So correct it, create a base of it properly. Let me create a shape like this. Okay, I will maybe I can use face grid fill. Okay, make it look like this. Just to my cosmetic presentation, nothing else. Now if you see, go to that mode, you will see this is also looking nice. Now what will happen if I, okay, let me add some solidified thing here as well. Okay, okay. Now with that thing done, let me show you what happens if you apply that splitting effect again. It is a recap of the thing that we do, but if I don't show you the before and after comparison of it, uh, you will not understand the power of it fully. Okay, now let me go to the right also. Now if you look at this thing, it is looking much more appropriate, much more proper. Once I applied that 16 level, use the 16 level circle to cut it out. Okay, you can definitely understand this, right? Now on top of this thing, I can create the antenna part. So now you have understood the thing, and that time I forgot to take a copy of that antenna thing. So what I'll do, let me do one thing. You know, Blender have a very nice utility. I want to make it the circumference of that one. So what I will do, I will select that boundary loop, create a duplicate out of it, separate by selection, and move out of it. Now this one I'll make antenna. Okay, and I can maybe bring it out. Okay, so that it is easy to visualize. And now I can split that thing. Okay, now our model is almost ready. Okay, by the way, if you guys are interested, what you can do, you can also create a cut here. Okay, let me do that. It is very easy. Just follow like this, or maybe do one thing. Let's make it a bit interesting. Okay, let me use this relax, and similarly relax. Okay, let me eyeball it. Uh, Relax. And what I will do now, I'll select this thing, insert it little bit, and extrude it along normal, just to create some small details here. Okay, I just it came to my mind, and I did it. You are free to use your own design. Okay, now with that thing done, what I'll do, let me move it along X. I'm working on the antenna thing. Extrude it along X. Sorry, go to edit mode. Extrude it along X. Why it is not working? Okay, because it is in the face mode. Okay, so remember on which mode you are there. Okay, so let me go to the top view and extrude it a little bit more, just to have some boundary loop. Okay, remember to make sure that you use this kind of scaling, keep it same, because this antenna, if you look at that, remember, look at that kind of antenna, it has a uniform spacing. Okay. uh, so I'm trying to say it something like this is extrude x. Okay, extrude s, and again extrude s. Okay, let's add some loop cut here to tighten the corners. Okay, same apply to here, otherwise it will look blobby. Okay, now what I'll do, add it like this. I'll just add the tip. So I don't remember how I did it last time. I think I have forgotten how to do it. Okay, what is done? Now let me see. Let me try to make it is like kind of a smooth like this. Let me. Sorry. I was about to kill my blender. Okay. I will select the center, make it look like sphere, and with the proportional size like this, move it around X. I think we have done a very good job out of it. This is still looking a blobby to me. Let me apply some bevel to it, and voila! I think we have done it. Okay, again, I just make it small for the sake of the tutorial. If you want, if you're not happy, you can change the design as you wish. Okay, you can go to any level of detail that you want. And for this one, I think what I should have done, I should have taken a backup of this one. Okay, uh, no issue. Let me see what I can do. We know that this part was the, let me go like this. Let's try to create a circle from this base mesh. What I do, shift D, separate by selection, GX, and I don't need this. What is this? I will create cursor to the selected, so that it is center of it. And what I'll do, I'll create a duplicate, and with the pivot point as 3D cursor, you see that it is aligned on the Y axis, right? I will rotate it along Y by 180 degree. Oh, sorry, I should have created duplicate, then rotate it along Y by 180 degree. Okay, something happened. Let me see. Let me see where it is. It's item. Scaling is improper. That weird kind of thing will always happen if you don't follow it. Uh, Shift D, rotate Y 180 degree. Come on. Why it is behaving that way? Okay, I understood it now. Because proportionality it was enabled and it was creating that problem for me. Okay, no issue. Or Y, see, now it is working. So it has to be vertically. It is always good to do mistake, right? if i don't if I don't do the mistake and show you, you will see that, oh my god, it is how it is working. Maybe when you will try to do it, you will not face such problem, right? Anyway, let's do it like this. Scale everything like here, and let me merge, sorry, let me merge the vertex which duplicate vertex which got created here, and move it. Let me increase the proportional radius a bit more. Okay, and I think there is still a lot of duplicate pieces here. Uh, okay, why this is causing this problem? Let me see. Okay, I tell you what I think. Face normal. As I my suspect was correct. The face normal is not proper. See, if you don't do mistake, how will you learn? Right? Press shift 10 and corrected it. So I also like to show you that embrace your mistakes. Okay, don't think that everything is perfect. Okay, gx. Okay, now I can put it back there. So I think we are done. We are almost done. Okay, so with that, for the part 2 of it, I think we are good to close today's session. I hope you have learned some, really enjoyed the bonus tips that I have shared along this session. And please feel free to like, share, subscribe my content to uh, how to say, to feel me good. That's it. Okay. Let me apply the scales. I see scale is not correct. Okay. Same for this one. Yeah, scale is not correct. Let me do that. I think that's it. Thank you guys. Let's see tomorrow. Probably I will come up with that layer text and all the other good stuff. So far we have treated the skeleton of it. Next we will apply the muscles and skin on top of it. Then we can present it. Okay. Bye.